Saludos amigos, Kash here, President and CEO of Kash International Luxury Real Estate. Hey guys, how are you doing? Hope you're doing amazing out there. Guys, I'm bringing you a special video here today. I just got out of the gym. I apologize, I'm a little bit sweaty. Nevertheless, I wanted to get this out to you right away because it came across my desk. One of my assistants sent me this information and I wanted to get it out to you immediately because it's really important. There's hundreds and thousands of you that we've been able to guide and help in the process of finding a place that you can say you love where you live. So where it began for us in our company is in Las Terrenas, Dominican Republic. If you're new to the channel, guys, jump in. There's hundreds and hundreds of videos. You can see so much information out there, the path, how we went along, how we decided, how we fell in love with it, the things we fell in love with. And that path extends from Las Terrenas to Piantini, all the way now to Cap Cana and Punta Cana, okay? There's something special about all those markets. Don't listen to anybody that says that it's only Las Terrenas or it's only Santo Domingo or it's only Cap Cana. No, guys, there's something special about every single one of them, and they'll resonate with all of you. It just depends what you are personally looking for, what your financial and personal goals are, what your goals are with your family, what you're looking to do with your future, with your investments will dictate which one is best for you. So we decided not just to bring you those markets, but to also invest in all of those markets across the board. So when we're talking to you about it, it's not coming from some cheesy sales pitch or us trying to sell you something. No, this is a spot that we have also invested in. So therefore we are passionate about it and we believe in it. So we can guide you accurately and precisely on how you should do that, the emotions behind it, the people you should work with when you're doing it, and the people you shouldn't work with when you're doing it. Okay, so that's important. So what's today's video about? Guys, this is huge because we have so many of you that decided to invest in Las Terrenas, and we're so happy for you because Las Terrenas is a booming market. It is one of the most beautiful spots on planet Earth, guys. I've said it a million times. If you've been there, you know what I'm saying. Of course, it comes with its flaws. And like any emerging market, like any emerging company you invest into, it comes with some hiccups. But on the flip side of it, the returns are going to be amazing, and the quality of the product is going to be phenomenal because money has been dedicated. The smart money is going after it, and you're seeing that. Here is something really good, a good article for you guys that I'm going to share, and I'm going to run through it in real time. It's the first time I'm reading it. I decided I want to read it in real time with you, not ahead of time and then talk about it. So what we're talking about is on June 5th, 2024, it was announced at 11:26 a.m. that the Minister of Tourism is investing 133 million pesos into the development of Las Terrenas, okay? So what does that mean? What I'm going to do is I'm going to read some and then I'm going to give you my 2 cents. Many of you that have visited, there's been a lot of discussion about the infrastructure of Las Terrenas. Can it handle? What I've been preaching is that, guys, we understand that the infrastructure needs to catch up. There's no rocket science in figuring that part out. But like any other developing area of the world, once that starts to take off and once it has the attributes that are acknowledged globally or by investors like ourselves, and we want to invest in that market, now the money follows and it starts to fix that infrastructure. Before, Las Terrenas was a beautiful little fishing village. The French were coming over from Europe, the Italians were coming over, and a few of the Canadians were coming over, and just a few select people knew about it. And it was a beautiful little slice of paradise that people kept quiet. But once the pandemic hit, there was no keeping that cat got right out of the bag as quick as it could. And then people like myself that found it started promoting it, and we wanted to share that with the world. And that's what's happening. Now there's so many of you that are coming and investing in there. So lo and behold, the Dominican Republic government took notice. And they just announced that there's $133 million development money that they're putting towards Las Terrenas. That's huge for you guys, okay? Because I know it's been a big concern. Some of you have invested ahead of that, which is amazing, and some of you are now going to invest because maybe you needed that little bit of assurance that things are going to get corrected infrastructure-wise. When we're talking infrastructure, we're going to dive into that in the article. If they don't touch on it, then I'll go ahead and elaborate a little bit further. All right, so 133 million pesos. What does that convert out to? Let me do that for you really quick. The quick math that I do, and this might help you guys out, is basically 100 pesos is $2. Okay, that's my rough math in my head. It's not precise. It's not perfect. So don't waste your time leaving a comment saying it's wrong. It isn't accurate, but it gives me a ballpark, so I'm able to kind of quickly figure out numbers. So 100 pesos, that's pretty much the standard thing. That is your $2 US. Okay, so easy math there. You're going to say 100 million is going to be, I'm doing the math really quick in my head, $200,000, okay? So I think I just did that really quick in my head. I think I did it right. So 100 million pesos is going to be $200,000. So they're making a $200,000, a little bit more because 133 million. So let's say 200, maybe like a 250,000. Let's say that 225,000 for all you that are keeping track. So $225,000 investment into the infrastructure. Now, when you in the U.S. that might not be a lot. You might not achieve that much. With $225,000 investment into the infrastructure, guys, you're going to achieve a ton in the Dominican Republic. Okay, so that's important to know. So let's talk in our language about a $225,000 investment into the Las Terrenas infrastructure. All right. So the Minister of Tourism, David Collado, which, by the way, David, you've done a phenomenal job, and I love the work you're doing. I love how you are keeping Las Terrenas, the Dominican Republic overall, the markets that we focus on the up and up. You are so proactive in driving that foreign investment, and that is so great for the locals that are there because it's creating jobs, and it's so great for us North Americans that are looking to invest in this market because you make it so simple. You're providing that infrastructure and giving us that safety and security that we feel is so important in our investments, because very often this is our retirement funds. This is money that we rely upon. This is not extra money that's just sitting around for some of us. And for some of us, we've been fortunate enough to do better, and it is extra money. But for many of us, the middle class, it is not. So you're doing a great job on that, David. Congrats and hats off to you. So the Minister of Tourism, David Collado, recently inaugurated 3 major projects in Las Terrenas. He launched the construction of the new initiative, which is totaling the $133 million investment, which is the $225,000 roughly. Okay. The completed projects include, so what are the 3 projects? Number 1, road infrastructure construction at La Granja and Cosón areas with the investment of 24 million pesos, okay, 24 million pesos. I don't want to bore you with constantly keep trying to do the conversion in my head, but 24 million pesos has been put into that. That is going to be fixing a very critical component, a critical aspect of Las Terrenas. You got Cosón. You guys know very often I talk about Playa Cosón. Playa Cosón is what you would hit when you first come in. So if you land in El Cate and you go through that beautiful mountain landscape, and as soon as you come out of that, you curve down, then you're hitting Playa Cosón. Playa Cosón is one of the most beautiful stretches of beach that I've ever seen anywhere, and that is the first stretch of beach that you hit. That is ripe and ready for investment. The investment's coming heavily and quickly. So what they're doing is they're getting ahead of it and they're improving that infrastructure. That's number 1. Number 2 is the reconstruction of the access roads to Playa Estillero and Ramal Viva and Ramal Los Nómadas in Playa Cosón, with a total investment of 96 million pesos. So right there, you're at 96. That's taking up a big chunk of it, okay? So where's that? For those of you that have been there, so once you come down out of the mountains after El Cate, after landing there, or if you're coming in from San Domingo, you pass Playa Cosón, okay? You get almost to the end of, it's a nice long stretch of Playa Cosón that you drive through. Curves, beautiful. I like to call it the first exit into Playa Cosón when you're leaving Las Terrenas. So when you're coming into Las Terrenas, it'll be the last one. There was a road that took you down to Las Nómadas. It takes you down to Las Nómadas is one of the premier residential developments in Las Terrenas. We've sold numerous properties there. It's beautiful. Right next to it is Cosón Bay. We have a beautiful penthouse available there, by the way. Reach out if you're interested. It's oceanfront. It's awesome. But that road right there, if you've taken that road has always been riddled with potholes, dirt, dusty, just a mess. When I was there just a week or so ago, I saw them redoing that road. So that's critical because that completely opens up access over there, and that makes things amazing. And that's $100 million being put in over there. And number 3, the reconstruction of the pedestrian walkway in the coastal area of Las Terrenas Municipal with the cost of 13 million pesos. I don't know specifically where that one's at. Send me a WhatsApp. I'm going to do some research and I'll mark that for you and send it over so you can be aware. But it sounds like they're going to focus on and make Las Terrenas, the city portion of it, a little more walkable, a little more user-friendly, and it'll enhance those elements of what you guys are looking for. Okay, when you go visit, you want to be able to walk around. This is going to help those elements. There's another article that I'm going to share with you right after this one. It was in February, where they're talking specifically about drainage and water flowing off the road, so having proper drainage so water keeps moving, reducing flooding. That's been one of the concerns that you guys have had. So in all of these projects, what they're being very conscious of is, we are getting more rain now in the world, and to have that water flow purely and cleanly. Las Terrenas, fortunately, when we had that hurricane a few years back, Las Terrenas is on a nice little slope. So what I noticed there, we got a ton of wind and we knocked over some trees and stuff like that, but water flowed back out of the city. So as long as the channelways, and there was some videos out there that people were putting out their drone videos and stuff a couple months back, where you're seeing a lot of water in Las Terrenas. Well, why that happened and why that's not common is because what happened is there's some ducts that travel underneath the road where the water comes down off the mountains. That got clogged with some large branches, large trees. Those got in there and blocked that waterway. So what ended up happening in that critical component, critical juncture of the flow of water, is the water came up and over and then flood into the city. And typically that doesn't happen because that water flows right out and nice and neatly goes out into the ocean as it should. So that was a mistake, and that was something that the city has caught. So they've cleared that out. They made sure that stays clear. So whenever something like that's coming again, they're going to make sure those branches and the trash and anything like that could clog those waterways, those arteries up, is not there. Okay, so that's what you saw. But typically, water flows right through Las Terrenas. It's important to see because you look around on the news, you see flooding everywhere. Las Terrenas, you're not seeing that. Of course, there's going to be some areas that are wetter than others, a little low-lying land. I get that, but I'm saying overall the city does not get decimated. What you saw there was an exception. So you're seeing that focus. That's what's important. You're seeing the focus, and I've been telling you they're going to focus on it. All the people that have been pessimistic about it, saying, "Oh, the infrastructure sucks and it's never going to get better," guys. That's just being negative, and that doesn't help anybody. When the investment's coming, the government is so proactive here in the DR that they're going to come and they're going to put money behind it. They're going to fix these things, and that's what you're seeing here. The minister emphasized that these projects are part of the government's effort to promote Samaná, Samaná being the province, okay, that Las Terrenas is located in, to efforts to promote Las Terrenas as a tourist destination in the Dominican Republic and benefit the local residents. Okay, so it's not just about tourism. So we're talking about tourism. We're also focusing on increasing the quality of life, and that's what's going to happen as those North Americans come. Government's going to focus. They're going to invest. They're going to try to make it North American friendly, investment friendly, and in the process, that's going to benefit the local market, the locals that live there. They're going to be able to enjoy it. Now, when I say locals, I'm not just saying Dominicans, because Las Terrenas is full of a lot of French locals, a lot of Italian locals. They've lived there for 30, 40, 50 years. Generations of their family have lived there, so they're just as local as the Dominicans would be in that scenario. So that's good. They're focusing on all of it. He stated that the human tourism is essential for the country's development. Human tourism, that's a key word, and that's in quotes over here. The human tourism. They're focusing on the human aspect of it, the human experience, being at one with the trip, being at one with the city, being able to walk it, being able to feel it, to feel comfortable that when a storm or rain comes, the city doesn't get decimated. And Las Terrenas is so popular for being one of those spots that doesn't get decimated when you get tons of rain. You're going to have rain and it's going to sit. I get it. So don't send me photos and saying I'm wrong, because I'm saying overall, generally speaking, the water flows right out when he's referring to that. A little more detail here on the projects. Additional aspects of this project: reconstruction of the access road to Playa Estillero, pardon my Spanish, El Limon municipality, with a total length of 2.4 kilometers and an investment of 47 million. Okay, so there's 47 million more pesos going into that access point. Again, improving infrastructure, making the roads wider, making them drain better, all that stuff. Number 2, construction of Las Terrenas road infrastructure, second stage, with a total length of 1.86 kilometers and an investment of 24 million pesos. Reconstruction of the access of Ramal Viva. Okay, they're talking about Las Nómadas again, Playa Cosón. Total length, they're giving the lengths 1.2 kilometers and an investment of 48 million pesos. Reconstruction of the pedestrian walkway. They're basically repeating that, just a little more detail. Reconstruction of the pedestrian walkway in the coastal zone of Las Terrenas municipality, investment of 13 million pesos. The minister concluded that these projects will not only benefit tourists, but will also improve the quality of life for local residents. Boom, you hit it right on the head. And that's why I'm such a big fan of you, David. I think you have it right on point. You are focused on growing this economy. You're focused on making it better for the international tourists, but you're not leaving behind the local residents. And I'm here so much, I consider myself a local resident. I'm not just here for 7 days. Okay, so you're making things better for us expats that are deciding to call this place home most of the year, or all of the time, or deciding to make it permanently home. But you're also improving it for the people that live here full time and that are Dominican, that are born and raised, and their families here. You're improving it for them, okay? And you're making it investment friendly. Okay, so that is why my hat goes off to you. That's why you are a key element, a key driver on the success of the Dominican Republic. When I look out this window of mine here in Piantini, I see tower after tower going up, sold out, sold out, sold out. it makes me so happy to see that. In Las Terrenas, it's the same thing. It's because of initiatives that you guys and your team has put in place that is allowing a place like Las Terrenas to explode. That's allowing a place like Cap Canada to take off. So guys that are tuning into my video, hats off to the Dominican Republic. Hats off to David Collado. Amazing job. And guys, this is the kind of administration that is forward thinking and allowing for things like this to happen. So there's another article I'm going to share with you really quick. This is a little bit later in this article was in February, but nevertheless I want to share it with you. Give me one quick second. I'm going to pull this up. Guys, while I'm doing this, please remember to like, subscribe, and share, okay? I don't need to tell you why. I just need to tell you to do it because it's important. Our content is unique. We're not YouTubers. I always get my balls busted by friends like, oh, you're a YouTuber now. The last thing I want to be is a YouTuber. Okay, that's not my thing. What I'm doing is sharing information. I'm educating you guys. I'm here to help you find the property of your dreams that fits your budget, your goals, your family's goals, provide you with an opportunity to put away that mindset of, oh, we're going to retire. You're making retirement a future goal, something that happens out in the past that's not real. I want it to be something that is real. So you find your retirement place, you buy it because you can afford it because prices are so low and it makes sense. And now you live your life over there knowing that you have your retirement home set. And while your retirement home, that thought of a retirement home is not just a thought, it's real, it's there. And now you can turn around and say, I'm going to retire. Click of a button, you're gone. Your retirement place has been sitting there, renting, making you money, appreciating. If you don't want to rent it, it's going to be going up in value. And you are ready to retire. You don't need to wait to retire. You don't need to be 65 to say, okay, let me start this search. Let me see if I can find something. That's ass backwards. So many of us do that. I'm not doing that, and all my clients aren't doing that because you're finding your spot. But there's so many of you that still are. Don't do that because I know you feel it's so unattainable and maybe it's too confusing. How do I buy in a foreign country? Guys, none of it is confusing. None of it is hard, but you got to work with someone like myself. You got to work with someone that understands. You got to work with someone that invested, that is doing it, that is, understands what you feel in North America, the Canadian market, understands the business element of it. I get it, and I've lived all gamuts of this. So I'm able to assist you, and that's so key, and you feeling comfortable in doing it, okay? There's 1,000,001 brokers out there. You don't even need to have a license to sell real estate here, and I'm not a big advocate of licenses and all that sort of stuff that then qualifies someone to sell something or do something to you, whether it's a medical profession or others or whatever that certification is, and then you blindly trust because they have a piece of paper signed by somebody and stamped by somebody that says they can do this, or they passed a test, basically. Don't do that. Work with people that have experience, real life experience, that do it on a day-to-day basis. That is myself. That is my team. All right. So, like, subscribe, and share, please. Thank you. All right. So, here's the other article. This is the other one, and this one was back in February. And because I kind of got initiated into this, I just want to dive in. So, the Minister of Tourism, David, Minister of Tourism inaugurates a vital access road costing 68 million pesos. So 68 million, remember our math, how we're doing our math and how that plays out. So 68 million, 100 million pesos, what is that? 200,000, 68 million, we're going to say you're at about $110,000. $110,000, okay? 68 million pesos, roughly. Let's dive into this article. I'll read this one and then we'll call it a day. I just want to get this out to you really quick. It's just exciting. I like when you guys feel good about your investments. I like when you feel confident and you give yourself a pat on the back for doing it, because there's going to be so many people out there, and I warn you, so many people out there that are going to feed you negative information. Unfortunately, where this comes from usually is people that are closest to you. It's going to be your friends, it's going to be your family, it's going to be your brother, it's going to be your sister, your mother, father, grandfather, whatever it is. They're going to say, hey, what are you doing? The Dominican Republic, don't invest there. It's super dangerous. I heard everybody loses their money. I heard nobody finishes projects. I heard blah, 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 blah. You're going to hear that. They're going to try to scare the shit out of you because they're too scared to do it themselves. That's a reality because they're not. And they're giving you inaccurate information. What they're doing is sharing a small sample of those horror stories on these negative Facebook groups of someone that decided that they're going to buy a property from their local bartender and they got screwed somehow in the process. Okay, that's when this shit happens. But that's not what it is. So be proud of yourself. This is that chance to pat yourself on the back and say, I picked Las Terrenas. They're investing in Las Terrenas. The government's focused on it. I was right, and I'm telling you, you were right. Okay, work with us though. Yeah, it's key. You find the right properties, the right developers, the right team surrounds you, the right professional team, and then you succeed. All right, so let me dive into this. Sorry. Las Terrenas, Samaná. The Minister of Tourism, David Collado, officially inaugurated the reconstruction of access road Ramal. We're talking about that Las Nómadas road again in Playa Cosón that I was talking about. This is February 23. Okay. The initiative is part of a comprehensive program of construction projects undertaken by Matur in the Samaná province, aimed at furthering the development of key tourist destinations. Key tourist destination, Las Terrenas. In a statement during the inauguration, Collado emphasized the significance of these projects and pledged to commence additional work in Arroyo Barril. Okay, I need to confirm exactly where that's at. I'm probably butchering the pronunciation. Arroyo Barril. So for all my Spanish guys, you want to Google that. Arroyo Barril, underscoring the government's commitment to fostering the growth of Samaná as a paradisiacal, that's a good word, paradisiacal destination. So as a paradise destination, because that's what Las Terrenas says. It is paradise. Mountains, best beaches you've ever seen in your life. It is true paradise. Bry, my director of sales in Las Terrenas, has said it so many times. He's traveled the world. He's been to Thailand. He's been all over the place. And he said, nothing beats the beaches of Las Terrenas. Okay, so they understand it. It's been defined as that, and that's why I bring you that as an option. The initial phase of construction focuses on the reconstruction of the road, Cosón Beach. We've been through this. Pledges 33 million, blah, 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 1.86 kilometers. The construction also entails the installation of 600 linear meters of gutters on both sides of the longitudinal drainage. Additionally, a 6-meter culvert and a 10-meter bridge have been constructed to facilitate the proper flow of water, I was saying this earlier, ensuring the longevity of the road in the area. Subsequent stages involve the reconstruction of another road access leading to Cosón Beach, known as Ramal Las Nómadas, back in that Las Nómadas area, 1.2 kilometers, and that's the thing that they're doing now. Similarly, phase 1 reaches 600, so this is important. This stage includes construction of 600 linear meters of gutters for longitudinal drainage. That means getting the water out, okay? The world, it's raining more. Las Terrenas gets a lot of rain. It's very lush, very beautiful. So you get a lot of rain. Get that rain moving, okay? That's part of the Mother Nature. The water's gonna hit up on the mountains. It's gonna flow down. Let it flow into the ocean and do its thing and get it, work its way back up there, okay? The combined effort of revitalization and access roads and Playa Cosón represent a total investment of 67 million. So this is back in February. You can see how that budget jumped to 133 million. Supports the enhancing of the region and promoting tourism development. There you have it, guys. They're going to fix it, okay? One thing that's going to be happening, and I've said this before, is you've got the city, okay? You got that figure 8 that I've talked about in so many other videos, so you can jump back into those videos and see it. Figure 8. Figure 8's very tiny roads, okay? Very tiny roads, one way. So it makes it challenging for commercial development to happen there. Big box stores, you're going to get your movie theaters, you're going to get your malls, all those things are coming, okay? And that's why you get in ahead of those things coming. So what's going to happen is you have the Atlantic Boulevard. It's a nice wide road with this access with semi-trucks can go through, cars can go through. Big box retailers are going to be coming there. I'm telling you it's going to happen, and like most of my other predictions, it's not because I know, it's because I use my common sense in my eyes and I look and I say that is ripe and ready. So what you're seeing happening there is that commercial development is coming at a rapid pace. So with that, guys, what's going to come is you're going to end up with a big box retailer. You're going to have the Plaza Lama show up. You're going to have the Bravo show up. You're going to have the Nacional show up. And these big box retailers are going to do what? They're going to bring jobs. Okay, so now people are going to start to move to Las Terrenas. You're going to start to get more local energy and synergies happening. And you're going to see the market start to really take off, and you see Las Terrenas evolve from a little beach town into a small city. And when those things start to happen, guess what happens? Real estate becomes worth more. The land becomes worth more because you have more demand, and that is what's happening on that. So what that's going to do is allow the other areas to become more tourist driven. Okay, so you're going to have that figure 8 that's going to become all about the tourists. And it's going to, I've heard stuff, and I don't know if it's accurate or not, but cobblestone roads on going to start popping up. And you're going to see these cool walkways and cool restaurants. You're already starting to see a lot of cool restaurants. But what's key is that major infrastructure. The heart of the city is going to move to the boulevard. You're going to have your movie theaters, you're going to have your restaurants, you're going to be able to drive to them, access them quick, easy. You start to get your hotels. You're going to start to get all those things. And that's when things take off. So if you think you've done well, if you're one of my early investors, and I know you've done well, if you think you've done well, then wait until this comes, okay? So guys, I just want to share this with you really quick. You see the investments coming. They're fixing the infrastructure. So don't listen to those, what do they say, those negative Nellies. They're always complaining and bitching about everything going on. I'm just fed up with, people being negative. If you want to be negative about something, waste your time on something else. Try to do some good with that energy. That's what I would say. Do some good with the energy. Don't just bitch and complain all the time about everything. It is wasting your time more than anybody else's. But you're giving the wrong impression to people out there. This is true paradise. Las Terrenas is paradise. You can't take it away. The Dominican Republic is a great country. You can't take it away from it. The numbers speak volumes, okay? Our GDP growth is like probably, where in the U.S. you're about 2%. In the Dominican Republic are like 6%, okay? So the GDP growth speaks volumes. The emerging middle class speaks volumes. The energy in the economy. People are happy to go to work. People are moving. People are working. International investment is flowing in. We got the biggest gold reserves here in this country. It's on fire. So congrats to you that have invested. Good for you. I'm happy that you listened and you did it. If you didn't do it yet, don't worry, you still have opportunity. It's not that this place has taken off and now it's unaffordable. The real estate's unaffordable. That's not the case. The real estate is still so affordable, and it's going to remain like that. And you're going to have opportunities. So reach out, get ahead of it, and make your plan B, set up your plan B, set up your retirement plan. If you're not ready to move here yet, don't move here yet. Just get your investment property, start to cash flow it, start to make some money with it, but reach out to myself. Make sure you're picking the right properties. That's what's key. You got to pick the right properties. You got to also pick the right market for you. It depends what you love. If you're a golfer, you love to golf, and that's your thing, and you just live on the golf course, and you're from Florida, but you're tired of the prices of Florida, and you're sick of the attitudes, and you're sick of raising insurance rates and cost of living, but you love to golf and that's your thing, then guys, Cap Cana all day long. Okay, that's where you're going to go. It's got the best golf course in the world. Got access to some Punta Cana golf courses, but you got the safety and security of Cap Cana, top medical, all those things are there. So Cap Cana's the thing. If you're like me and you want to get out there and you want your ATV and you want to live that life, you want to fly up the top of a mountain and look at the beautiful views and then drive down and go to the beach, Las Terrenas all day long. If you're a city dweller, you love the city and that you can't imagine living anywhere but the city, Piantini, all about Piantini, Naco, Paraiso, all that little area is just like exploding. And there's so many opportunities right outside my window. I got a beautiful, probably one of the best streets in Las Terrenas. I don't know if it's still available, but I got a 2-bedroom, brand new construction, going to be done in a couple months for like $325,000. 2-bedroom, beautiful, heart of the city, right where all the action is. You're a couple blocks away from the World Trade Center, from Blue Mall, all that stuff, restaurants, new restaurants popping up everywhere around you. So guys, options are there. If you're choosing to be in North America, you're scared to make the shift, I understand how it can be nerve-wracking, but just reach out to myself or my team. We'll guide you through the process. It's simple. It's easy. Okay, you can own your own property here. So many people still ask me, can you own property? Yes, you can own your own property. The title, you have a piece of paper in your name, your title, that is yours. Nobody can take away that property from you. The government can't take it away from you. Nobody can take it away. It's yours, okay? That's key. Okay, so some people are still misinformed about that. Some people are misinformed about healthcare. Oh, there's no hospitals. It's not. There's nowhere to go if you get sick. Guys, we have some of the best healthcare in the world here. You have some amazing doctors here. Okay, you also have access. Keep in mind with a short flight over to Miami within an hour and a half. If something catastrophic and you're nervous doing work here, and some people get nervous, understandably. Zip off to Miami, okay? There's insurance policies that you have here. We have that ourselves, our family. It runs in at around $200 a month, something along those lines, and it fully covers us. Covers most of our medication, covers most of our appointments, and it's amazing. It works great, okay? You can set yourself up, so don't confuse yourselves that there's nothing here. You can buy your cars. I may be doing a video about buying cars. Like when I got here, I was confused. I thought there was no cars. You can't find a car. It's only used cars. Guys, no, brand new Chevrolet dealership, Mercedes, Porsche, blah, blah, blah. Everything is here. All of it. Everything. So don't confuse yourself. Costco, here. Everything. It's not Costco. It's called Price Smart here. All that stuff is here. Already here. The big companies have done the research. Okay, I'm not talking about fast food because I love fast food. But McDonald's, Wendy's, Pizza Hut. These are massive. The biggest brands in the world. They're all here. Okay, they've done the research. Starbucks, here. Saint Laurent, here. Gucci, here. They're here for a reason because the market is exploding. The market's taking off. They've done the market research, and the market research says close in North America, close stores, because Shit's going sideways, so let's get the F out of there and let's open in an emerging market. And that's what they're doing. You're seeing it, okay? Malls closing down in North America. You see it across the board constantly. Malls are opening here and they are full. They are absolutely jam-packed. They're full, bottom to top. Every single mall, I can walk to like 5 different malls here within like a 5 to 10 minute walk. Everyone has a massive Zara in it, okay? Windsor, Ontario, where I'm from, doesn't even have a Zara, okay? Massive Zaras. They're everywhere. I'm just saying Zara because it's an international brand and my wife seems to love it. So it must be good. But that's what I'm saying. So guys, don't confuse yourself that you're like a trailblazer in this. You're not. The research has been done, and the research has been done by the biggest Fortune 500 companies in the world, and they say Dominican Republic. So maybe you could consider the Dominican Republic as well. Don't make excuses. All right, guys, that's it. Sorry the video was a little bit longer. I just get really happy when I see stuff like this. Big shout out to David Collado. Big shout out to the Ministry of Tourism. You guys are awesome. You guys are killing it. I love how you do your thing, and you're really helping this country grow. All right, guys, that's it for this video. Please like, subscribe, and share. I want to get these views up. I want to get subscribers up. I'm not a YouTuber, though, so please don't call me a YouTuber. I am here to give you guys information. I'm here to guide you. There's some amazing YouTubers out there, and they do a great job, and they're entertaining. I don't necessarily think I'm entertaining. I just give you the information from the heart, from the mind. It just comes out, and I tell you what I think when I'm looking to invest. And when I like a market, that's what I'm delivering to you. And when I see something cool out there that I think you just don't know about, then I'm going to share it with you, okay? So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope it helps you, my investors. Remember, guys, reach out. I got tons of cool, really cool opportunities that are coming. Now is the time to buy. I did a video last year at this time. This is when things kind of taper and the market slows down and developers get a little antsy and we're able to negotiate a little bit better, okay? This happens at this time of the year. Great time to score some deals. When you come down, like everybody else, when it's busy season and you want to buy, there's less room for negotiation because things are hot and it's busy and people are buying and they're driving prices up. This is that moment. This is that little moment where you want to try to scoop something. So reach out to me. We'll help you guys. We're the best negotiators out there. We'll make sure that we get you the best price. We're here. We're the buyer's agent. We're going to make sure we get you the best price, okay? We're here to fight for you. And that's something we pride ourselves on. All right, guys, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please remember, like, subscribe, share. Please remember, make us your first phone call. And pat yourself on the back if you've already invested in Las Terrenas. I told you it was going to happen, and it's happening. All right, guys, thanks.